I thought you meant like cool.
Cool. You can leave this part.
K-E-W. This is Nosey with Good Intentions, the podcast.
In every nook and cranny.
This is Michael.
And Kirk. Guiding your noses today.
Not today.
Just for today.
Just for today. Good afternoon, sir.
Isn't there a song about that?
Oh, that's her. Good afternoon, sir.
2026 for you. I don't know how anybody else is doing.
We'll try that again.
No, I want that to stay in because that's funny. Turns out, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing today?
Listen, I've laughed today.
Absolutely.
How about you?
I've laughed as well. I've had some tickles.
What's been on your mind lately, Michael? I keep forgetting to ask the actual question.
Raptress quote.
Oh God, I need another one. Well, okay, so I'll give you a dumb one that I think is funny. Ice Spice, who for the longest time I thought her name was I Spy.
That's
because nobody says Ice Spice.
No, they say it fast.
They say I Spice.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking,
I spy
with my little eye, something burgundy.
No, we say Pinot Sauvignon.
Cabernet Sauvignon. I don't know if you'll see which episodes were recorded on the same day.
None of them, because we have none of the same outfits on.
It's correct.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay, so you know underwear.
Mm-hmm.
I love to call them panties.
Okay.
But most of the time you only hear that for women, panties. Mm-hmm. Even though it's they say a pair of panties, even though it's just the one panty.
The S makes it plural.
So she has this line in her song, Deli, and it's sort of the repeating line. There you
go.
of she a baddie, she showing her panty.
Oh, that's grammatically correct.
I don't think so. Because it's panties. Panties is the panties. One panties.
So how do you say several pairs of panties?
Panties.
So it's just panties and panties.
It's like deer and deer.
Fair enough. Not D? That was terrible. A flock of D's?
A flock of D's.
D's nuts?
Deers. Why'd you whisper the last part?
That's so stupid. My joke was terrible. It was terrible.
I was thinking geese. Dees. Geese.
Yeah, D's.
But deers.
D's.
D's nuts.
Oh, hell.
What if the plural of deer was D's?
That'd be funny as fuck.
Do you think we would still have D's nuts?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
I hear you.
Ask me the question. My jokes is terrible right now.
What's been on you? Actually, this is the first time since we've been back, I have not asked you the actual official question yet.
The official question.
What's been on your mind, Michael? Last week?
You put something on here, so I'm going to need you to take the lead, but I'll say the topic. It says, she lived while she was dying. Funerals.
Okay, so listen.
Do expound.
In our
D's
hiatus.
Yes, sir.
Both of us went to a funeral.
Unfortunately.
Not the same funeral.
No.
Yours was a family member, and mine was someone that I know through pickleball, his mother, who I also know through pickleball because she was a sweetheart.
Did she play?
No. Oh. No. So by the time that I met her, she died of cancer. Mm. I might be saying this wrong. This is not factual, but I think that it started as breast cancer. It's not my truth. Somebody else's is her truth.
Okay.
I want to say she had breast cancer. It started as breast cancer, and I think because she didn't realize that it was there or whatever that entails, it got into the bloodstream, and once it's in your bloodstream, it's everywhere. So by the time that I met her, she was already a couple of years in.
Oh, to get there.
She was the day she found out, I believe she started at stage 4.
Oh, dang.
So by the time I met her, she had been stage 4 for a couple of years. But anyway, she's a sweet lady. Very, very nice. Anyway, she passed away, and that was one of the lines that the pastor of the service said.
Say the quote for us one time.
Listen.
I want to hear you in your voice.
No. She lived while she was dying.
We're all dying.
Listen, dying every day.
Yes.
We're all marching to the death.
Yes, we're all getting closer.
Here's what I thought was so interesting about the quote, about the whole service. So it was, I can't whisper.
At all. Your whisper is a nice yell.
Listen, just in case you forgot, I'll remind you about me and Ollie's first date. We went and got our toes done. And there was a woman that came in getting our toe doing. And she came in with her daughter. Mm-hmm. And I look over in her direction because Ollie is sitting between me and them. And I said, oh God, that's not relaxing at all to bring your child.
Did they hear you?
Yeah. So he texts me, did you know you can't whisper? So anyway, yes. Turns out I did. So
you suck at
I thought I was a better whisperer than he has let me continue to believe.
Nah.
So anyway, the funeral, listen, I hate funerals.
Me too.
I'm so proud of me for going. I know that sounds, listen, I know that sounds bad. I thought about trying to think of a reason not to go. I hate funerals.
Why?
But part of the reason that I hate funerals is, let me tell you about this funeral.
Oh, hell.
So they had two people that spoke, both of which were men. Mm-hmm. We're going to call them Pastor 1 and Pastor 2. So Pastor 1 gets up. Let's start with, there's a lady over here singing. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you right now. Very pretty voice. I can see why they picked her to sing. Here's the song she picked. Have you ever seen Sister Act 2?
I have.
Do you know the most infamous song that Lauryn Hill sings at the piano?
Joyful, joyful, Lord.
No, that's the concert. It's just her. She's had a bad moment. It's part of her character development. She sits down at the piano and she sings this song that I cannot think of the name of.
Start the beginning. I'll take over.
When Jesus is my fortress, a constant friend in me.
No.
His eyes on the sparrow.
That's the name of the song, Eye on the Sparrow.
Eye on the Sparrow. Okay. So she sings that song. Now listen, I watched Sister Act 2
about 11 times.
A lot.
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
But the first time that I ever saw it I was probably 8.
I don't even remember the first time. I just know I know
7 or 8. Yeah. When I saw the first one, because I saw 1 and 2.
Oh, okay. So
I was late to the party. Saw
so
1
good.
And then literally turned right around and watched 2.
But fair enough.
I love 1.
I like 1.
I love 1 because I love the dynamic of the trio.
It's I think the first one is more comedic. I think the story is better in the second one. I put that.
It's a little more tearjerker in the second.
A little Disney.
Yeah. Little Disney, yeah. A little Disney-esque. But Lauryn Hill sings that song.
Mm-hmm. It can sound like a motherfucker.
Listen, she doesn't sing that song.
She sang that song.
She ate the song alive.
Absolutely. Whole buffet.
So here is Genevieve Jessica Bonaparte.
Was she white?
Who is Caucasian.
Oh, Lord.
And she very sweetly sings this song. The whole time I go, I would have just played the Lauryn Hill version of this song.
It was that bad?
No. She, very sweet voice. It sounded
so it didn't
good.
Suck. It just wasn't Lauryn Hill.
It had no saison. None. It was, listen, I told only later, I said, that was the definition of a song that was a turkey and cheese on white bread.
No mayonnaise, no lettuce, no tomato, no
nothing
bacon,
extra.
No nothing.
Just turkey, cheese, white bread.
Dry as a motherfucker.
It's great.
No, it's not.
I'll take it any day.
It's dry.
I'll take it any day. I'll eat it any time because it's great, but it's not what it could be.
You need a little more stuff.
And I know what it could be.
Yes.
Because Lauren told me what it could be.
You don't even have to be Lauren, but you need to put some seasoning on that thing.
Yes. So anyway, she did perfectly fine.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with her singing. It was perfectly fine.
Yes, sir.
That's where we started.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then Pastor Wood gets up and he proceeds to say somebody else's name. Okay, turns out it was the lady that died, her mother.
Okay, so I just make sure I understand. So let's hypothetically, the young lady in
So
the
let's
casket name
say
is Mary.
Jessica.
Jessica, okay.
Was the one that passed away.
He said Mary.
He said Genevieve, who is Jessica's mother.
What the fuck?
I didn't know what Jessica's mother's name was.
She was lost. Like, am I?
So
the
I
right
was
people?
like, I know everybody in here.
There ain't no Genevieve in here.
Where is Genevieve? Who the fuck is Genevieve?
Yes, sir.
Does he think her name? So now for 10 minutes, I'm thinking he thinks her name is Genevieve.
Mm.
So,
Did he
and
bring
then
it back?
he says, I could just stand here and give a generic funeral, but I don't believe in that. And I'm thinking, you're giving somebody else's funerals.
Yes,
nature.
that's somebody else's eulogy.
This is Jessica. You're talking about Genevieve. And every time, so then he starts referencing Jessica, but not saying her name. So I finally am like, I'm sitting there like, and I'm looking around, am I the only one? My friend, his sister is bawling her eyes out.
Right,
And
that's her mother. Yeah.
Well, but we're not talking about Jessica. We're talking about Genevieve.
Genevieve.
And I'm thinking, what? And I'm just sitting here. And so I finally lean over to Only and I go,
Who the fuck is Genevieve?
I don't think he knows her name. So, so listen, my friend's dad is sitting right in front of me. According to Only, he thinks the dad heard me and laughed. I don't know if that's true or not.
That's his wife.
His
daughter.
It's the woman that he had these two kids with, one of which I play pickleball with. The son.
Okay.
Son and daughter, I play pickleball with his son. But Jessica's son, father of Jessica's son, is sitting in front of me.
Oh, baby daddy.
Sure. I think he's the father of both kids.
Potentially, he may have laughed at what you said.
Potentially laughed at hearing me go, I don't think he knows her name.
You cannot whisper, sir.
Listen, not at all. So now I'm sitting here. So now Pastor One is done, and he finally, at the very end, I think he also heard me. He says, Jessica. Finally, at the very end.
You should be like, Jessica. I knew it was Jessica.
Yes. So then he goes, and then Pastor Two, come to find out, we eventually learn that he's Pastor Two. He goes over with Singing Woman One, and they're now going to do a duet. Now listen, in front of me is the dad.
Why white people want to do duets and they can't neither one of them really sing?
Listen, they did perfectly fine. It was,
with an A.
It was perfectly
not
fine.
With an I.
They did perfectly fine. There's a little boy sitting in front of me, and that is all I needed to have an excuse to laugh.
You laughed at the funeral.
I needed to laugh because I hate funerals. So they sing this song, and it feels like it goes on for hours. It finally ends. Listen, they did perfectly fine. If you're watching this video, they did perfectly fine.
Don't be trying to
They did perfectly
polish
fine.
dog shit. It's still dog shit.
No, it was perfectly fine.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Kill that shit, son.
It was a turkey and cheese sandwich on white bread.
Both renditions.
Both renditions.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's fine. That's fine. Listen, when I show up in my Caucasianness, I expect Caucasianness. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had no expectations. Actually, I didn't even know there was going to be like this level of service anyway. They finish singing, and the little boy in front of me leans back and goes, thank you. They were giving me a headache.
AKA no set song.
I take my coat and cover my face,
you laugh
and
loud.
I am scream laughing. Not really. I was laughing into my coat.
Yes, you had to.
I literally 5 minutes. I probably sat there with my coat over my face.
Looking ghetto as hell.
I felt so bad. Oh my God. But like, I'm looking up there, and here's this beautiful casket. It's beautiful. It was this very was sort of like a light pink with something a little more
like
metallic to it. Maybe like a light rose gold with a little metallic sheen to it. It was really pretty. And the whole time, like, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, this man's talking about Genevieve, not Jessica. And then Pastor Two gets up there and he doesn't know her name either.
And he's saying
And he admits that he doesn't really remember her all that much except for when they were super young kids. He doesn't know he doesn't know anything about her really as an adult. He was like, listen, let me tell you, this is what he says. He said, let me tell you what I've learned in this last week. And he goes,
shit about this woman.
And he goes, Jessica loves Sprite. And I almost went, shut the fuck up. Out loud. Almost out loud, I went, shut the fuck up.
Did only have to catch you?
Listen, only
this is not my
at any
boyfriend.
moment has his elbow ready to go, shut up.
Yes.
He later in the car, he goes, I could feel you physically talking to them on this. He said, I could feel it.
Because he could hear you.
I had questions. Why are you here? Listen, why don't you let the son and the daughter come up here and talk? That would have been 1,000 times better than the two of you who don't know her. The first pastor only knows her mom. The second pastor is slightly older than her and doesn't have any memory of her since she was in youth group, which is high school.
Yeah.
She's 50 something or whatever. High school was a long time ago.
That's young.
Oh, yeah, bless. Yeah.
She was young.
Yeah, 50 something.
Damn.
No, that's not right. Surely that's not right. Yeah, 50 something. Yeah, late 50s. I think it was late 50s, 57 or something like that.
That's young.
Because my pickleball friend is 35?
So give or take 20 years, yeah.
34?
Yeah, me and my mom are 20 years apart.
Yeah.
So if I was 35, my mom would be 55.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
So yeah.
That's still young as fuck.
I mean, that's still young. Yeah. Nobody wants to, you know, and the whole time they're like, and they even said in the beginning, like, we're gonna, you know, in memorandum of Jessica, we're gonna try to convert you to Christianity. And I was like, oh God, here we go.
Every funeral. That's just the norm.
Why?
Why
are we here to celebrate this person's life for you to tell me about God?
You got to capitalize on it. They're dead. Do you want to be next and not go to heaven?
Pretty much is exactly.
I mean, yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like,
I've always felt weird about that too.
I don't want this.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what she wanted, good for you.
Right.
Good for you, Jessica.
I
do not want this.
I get why, because the timing but it's a little rude.
She's literally, her body is lying there. Now, whatever you believe, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Her body is lying there. Her daughter is like uncontrollably sobbing.
Oh, she's hollering.
No, not loudly, just like crying.
We'd be hollering.
She was crying when, like, as soon as they walk, I'm assuming because we were behind them, but I'm assuming the daughter is crying from the moment she sees the casket, like, this is real, this is the day. Crying. She cries the rest of the time. Mm-hmm. Never stopped crying. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't want this at all.
Hey, baby. All right, go sit downstairs. We're recording.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, be on camera again, Lord. Hello, baby. All right, that's fine. All right, go sit with mommy.
Shh.
Or make all the noise possible.
Bless her. As much as possible.
Yes. Continue, sir.
I'm watching her shadow as she
okay.
slowly. She's not in a hurry. She's give Daddy a hug. I had to give Daddy a hug.
I know. Children.
So anyway,
She had been in 2 episodes. We ain't never had a guest. We've had 2 appearances.
2 appearances.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Same person.
Yes.
Well, what do you do?
I was black routed the first one.
She's probably not familiar with this anymore. It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so the whole time, like, I'm sitting here like, my poor friend, they're up there talking about his grandmother at his mom's funeral.
Who probably already passed on.
Who has already passed on for the same thing. Died of the same causes around the same age.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be a little pissed.
And I'm just sitting here like, surely. But what do you do? I mean, it's not like, I didn't expect either one of them to be like, talk about Jessica. You know what I mean?
Like
from the audience.
Go team.
What about Jessica? I'm at Jessica's funeral. Jessica's name's on the bulletin. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I'm sitting there, and I even talked to my mom later, and I'm just
She
like,
went?
no.
Oh, okay.
But I'm talking to my mom later, and I was like, I'm glad that I went because I genuinely like
you wanna celebrate your
wanted
friend's
to
mom,
say I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm here. But I'm also glad because I went. I don't want any of that.
At
I
your
don't want
funeral?
any of that. Burn me.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Do not leave me in this body. Burn it.
Oh.
I don't want it.
Oh.
I don't want it, and the ground don't want it either.
You gonna hang out on the urn on the mantle?
Listen, you can sit me in the basement. I don't care.
You ain't gonna know anything.
I ain't gonna be there.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Okay.
and talk about, first of all, if you're gonna talk about me, say something funny.
Yeah, I need mine to be funny.
Like, if I go before you, I want you to go up there and say some shit.
Of course. I'm gonna say me some stupid ass shit.
I've already gotten yours written. I'm not allowed to say it in public.
I'll be like, God in your noses. That's what I'm a first thing I'm gonna get up like. I know I'm gonna fuck the camera view up, but I'm gonna get up. This thing on. Hopefully I'm too close while I laugh.
Yeah.
This is Kirk Fowler's funeral. God in your noses. In every nook and cranny.
That would be funny.
Your mom and dad be like, what the fuck is that nigga doing up there? And they probably use the N-word. What the fuck is that nigga doing up there?
Camera one, make sure he does that in the future. But I'm just sitting there like, we didn't say anything about this woman.
They didn't say anything?
Nothing. The two children never got up there and said anything. The two people that were assigned to speak barely even mentioned her name. And the second one said her full name. So you know how, like, in the brochure or the bulletin, it'll have Jessica Amos Hernandez.
Okay.
And that's how he referenced her. The one time he said her name, once, same as Preacher 1, Pastor 2 only said her name once. And he read her name off the bulletin.
So he was unfamiliar.
First, middle, and last.
Oh.
And I'm sitting there like,
no bueno.
Could y'all not have picked somebody that knew her? I could have said more about this woman.
Oh, you met her a few times?
Yeah. I could have said more about this woman than they did.
Her son was a great pickleballer.
But she was super supportive. She'd come out, she would just sit and watch. I mean, she was always, she came to cheer people on.
Yeah.
Sweet. I mean, she's just so sweet. And I'm thinking nothing about this funeral is sweet. Celebration of her. We're talking about her mom. And then we're talking about Jesus and conversion. And then at the very end, we say her name one time. I don't want to.
You don't want a little celebratory bullshit?
No. I want somebody to go up there. I want mine to be a roast.
Yeah, I want mine to be
This
fun.
is the roast of Kirk.
I want mine to be fun as hell. I want people to make fun of me and all that shit.
Honestly, I don't even want you to take me to a place. Pick somebody's house. Listen, pick somebody's house. Bring my urn. Make it a fun one.
What?
Gay as hell.
A rainbow urn.
A fag lies here. I just want mine to say something funny. Who cares?
Because you dead or because it's not that deep?
I might have...
Drop the mic, baby.
I might have to design my own. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm hearing your feedback, I might have to just design my own.
It'll be Only's choice, not mine. But no.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just sitting there like, take me to somebody's house and sit me there and y'all eat, have a good time, talk about me every once in a while if you want to.
Just every now and then.
Just, hey, did y'all ever tell this story?
That motherfucker's all right.
Listen, play your favorite episode of Nosey.
Whatever. You be 90, be like, why the fuck are they playing? You be in heaven just like, really? I played Nosey from 40 years ago?
Yeah.
Would you really?
I hope it's the one where I was... I'm not going to repeat it.
Please do.
I was going to say, I hope it's the one where I just go, we've all had a little sexual assault in our life.
Oh, Lord. They'll be like...
To where you spit your entire bottle of water out.
Yes, but they'll do me like this. They'll be like, Mike, can you do a medley of some of the funny parts? I'll be 90. I'm like, Bitch, I don't even know how to use a computer anymore. It's all holograms at this point.
Oh my God.
No.
What if we did one post-mortem?
That'd be fire.
Just one episode like that.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start uploading and just have them come out like 10 years from now. Maybe 200 years
Oh my
from
God.
now. That'd be fire.
But no, I'm just, the whole time I'm like, poor Jessica, like, we're just sitting here and we're all participating in this.
And lost like a motherfucker.
And they're talking about Genevieve. And then they're using Genevieve to talk about Jesus. Still not Jessica. It's Jessica's funeral.
They saw the name start with J.
Well, Genevieve starts with a G.
Oh, yeah, it's true. I tried.
But I'm just like, I mean, literally the first 5 minutes, I was sitting here like, did we all go to the wrong room? Is he reading the wrong script? And nobody's saying anything? And then I thought, I wonder if the sister's crying because they read the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, like this is, and then come to find out, no, we're going to take Jessica's funeral to reminisce about Genevieve, who's the one we actually know, because, you know, that's who we knew post youth group.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, is that really what we're going to talk about? Turns out it was. But anyway, I'm glad that it's done. I'm glad that she is not, you know, suffering anymore. You know, chemo is no joke. And when your body turns on you, it's just,
what you gonna do?
You just ride the wave, I guess. You know what I mean? You just try to make the best of, and I think that's that whole thing. She lived while she was dying. Of course, they meant it in a Jesus way, but like, to me, what I sort of took from that was we're all dying.
Of course.
You know, some of us are closer to death than others. And that's not an age thing. That's just some of our deaths are going to be sooner than the others. And got to get up and do something.
You're saying live your life.
Live. And so I did. That was the one moment of the whole thing where I was like, you said that in a really cheesy way, but
deep as a kiddie pool.
Deep as a kiddie pool. It's still a cliche that makes sense.
Well, I will say my grandmother's funeral. Why are you laughing?
You went to a black funeral. I went to a Caucasian funeral. You went to a black funeral.
I did.
How was your experience?
So we pulled up. And before I could walk in, my uncle stops me. Hey, nephew. Let me holler at you real quick.
I love that they call you nephew.
Well, little Mike. Even though I'm taller than all of them and bigger than all of them. Not all of them, most of them. My uncle, love him to death. He's my favorite uncle of all time. He was a nephew. Hey, when you go in there, he basically hit me with a Kevin Hart. Hey, before you walk inside, let me holler at you real quick. So this is what happened was, he said, so your grandmother, she don't really look like herself. So it ain't gonna be that bad. I said, huh? He said, so they bought a wig, but they bought a black wig. And my grandmother didn't have black hair, black textured hair. She had very white hair. Okay. Not color, but texture.
Okay.
So he said, so she don't really look like herself. Because they should have bought a white person's wig, because that's the kind of hair she had, not a black person's hair. And they painted her up, makeup. My grandmother was lighter than you. But her complexion in the casket was this color, my hand. So she was a little
her darker.
Yes,
because they thought she had whitened up from death.
I don't know.
I wonder.
Because her obituary is right over there. But I had the pleasure of the honor of designing her obituary program, whatever you call it. So that was a shit show in itself. I had to design A, B, and C, send it off for review to the family. No, add this, change that, take this, take that out. I learned that my great uncle's biological first name is not Tom.
That's good, not Uncle Tom.
Yes. Do you know how I found that out? My second cousin, he read the obituary that I designed. And in the obituary, I put Thomas Silver. He said, she is preceded by she had 6 brothers. I think it's 6. Whatever. I don't have the exact number. And when he got to Thomas Silver, he said Horace Silver. I said, "Who the fuck is Horace?" But I knew based on the order that I typed it in,
it was Uncle Tom.
Yes. So my Uncle Tom and Uncle Horace. That was one revelation.
So he said it out loud correctly.
Yes.
But it's written incorrectly.
Yeah. I put Tom. I wasn't going to write Tom Silver. I didn't want it to be racist. And nobody corrected it. It was a black man reading it. And it didn't say Uncle Tom. It said brother.
Let's break that down real quick.
Yes,
for a quick second. So in the permanent record, you have the wrong name.
Nobody corrected me.
So nobody corrected it, but when they get to the funeral, they look at the name and
in the moment
fix it.
He said Horace. So I'm assuming that's my Uncle Tom. And that's what I've known him as. He looks like a white man. He has blonde, silver hair. All I know. Silver hair, blue eyes, lighter than you. That's my grandmother's brother.
Interesting.
Which I always wondered about that. How you going around being called Uncle Tom, but you look like a white person, but you're clearly not white, but you look like a white man with a good tan.
Interesting.
Blew my mind. But anyway, he's passed on. But
preceded.
Yeah. But either way, it's over there. I don't want to get it right now. But so you tell stories so much better than I do. Well, I'm gonna try to get through mine.
You're good.
I suck at it. But okay, so he's like, so your grandmother, she don't really look like herself, so it ain't gonna bother you that much. So I was like, okay.
She looked like a Dolly impersonator.
Yeah,
Dolly Parton.
And I think most people don't look like themselves in the casket when they're older. My grandmother was 77.
Yeah.
So I go inside, not all the way in. I walk in. I'm like, this shit gonna suck. I already had a few breakdowns beforehand.
Aww.
So I walk in. I walk to the front. And first thing I thought was, who the fuck is that? I didn't say it out loud.
It was that different.
Yeah. But you got to remember, she had brain surgery before she died. So she had a low fade. I got to play along so I don't cry. So I'm not making fun of my girl. I would never do nothing like that. But no, she had a not a bald fade, but she had like a buzz cut because she had brain surgery before she passed.
I thought they gave her a wig.
They did, but it was a black woman's textured wig, not a white woman's texture. She had white women textured hair. It was just jet black.
So, but the hair made that much of a difference.
That and her bronze skin. She had a lot of bronzer on.
They said we can't have any controversy here. We got
to make sure
darken her up.
Yes. Give it a good spray on. Spray tan it up.
Oh my gosh.
So,
did you take a picture?
No, I think that's weird. When people take pictures.
Oh, I would have had to have taken a picture. If I walked up.
Oh, because of how drastically different she
looking back, 100 years ago when my grandma died. Mm-hmm. If I would have walked up and said, "Who is this?" I would have taken a picture.
I knew who it was.
And I would have turned around and said, "Who did this?"
Well, I got the warning. My uncle was like, "Hey, look, come. Let me holler at you real quick. What did he say? He said, "Don't tell me."
Let me tell you about the checking and savings.
Yes.
Let me tell you about the checking and savings.
He said, "Let me holler at your nephew. Let me holler at you real quick. Come here." I said, "Okay." So, but I knew that was her. So I had so I kind of like swiftly stormed out. Like I walked out fast enough to get the fuck out before I broke down, but not enough to like cause a scene.
Yeah. This is your mom's mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom. So I swiftly walked out. I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. But I did it smooth. At least in my mind. I might look like a fucking chicken with his head cut off. Who knows? I swiftly sprinted out of that bitch at a steady pace. Went outside. I was crying like a motherfucker. Smoked me a couple cigarettes. People came out and comforted me. Like, I'm cool. I got this, bro. I got this. I'm cool. Shook it off.
Tough as nails.
Absolutely. Deep as kiddie pool. So, so I get ready to go back in. And my grandmother, her shit, which I didn't care for the idea because it was new to me, but I'm not mad about it. But her viewing and funeral was like back to back, which is weird.
Why is that weird?
Because usually the viewing is the day before for those who can't make it.
I'm sorry. Sorry to these people that can't make it.
Oh, you said fuck them and just have
Yes. Just do it.
It wasn't my choice. I'm a
I will
grandchild.
say that was the one good thing about mine. They did receiving friends, viewing.
White versions of viewing.
Well, they didn't have an open casket. They had a closed casket.
Wow. I'm not being mean. Was she that?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. They probably just didn't want to look at her. Like some people don't want to see. Some people don't want to see the person in the casket because
I'll tell you about the
I don't
casket
want
code.
that. I don't want that to be my last memory.
Mm.
I want the last memory that I got of you laughing, not dead in a coffin.
Well, my last memory is at the hospital, brain dead. But fair enough. That sucked as well.
Well,
I mean,
we're back, half empty.
But no, so then I go back inside. It's hot as a bitch in there. Like, why the fuck is this hot now? Mind you, I got a wife beater, a t-shirt, a button-up, a vest, and a tie on. I mean,
and you were trying to figure out why it was hot?
Fuck you. I mean, I had a t-shirt on, but I had an undershirt, a button-up, a vest, and a actual full tie.
Okay.
So I go back inside, and it's hot.
Uh-huh.
Come to find out, they have no air conditioning, and the air conditioning is broken.
Yeah.
As well as the water fountain. Nobody decided to tell my family that, hey, you're welcome to use our facilities. This is where my grandfather had his funeral. But there's no air conditioning currently. And this wasn't 2 days ago when it was 31 degrees in the morning.
Yeah.
This was in October.
Okay.
Or September. It's over there.
When it went cold and then heated back up.
Pretty much. Yeah, because we had that like week and a half or 2 weeks of like heat.
God.
And it was like, I was bullshitting and got cold again.
Just kidding.
Yeah, so apparently, because black folks, we bring stuff to the repast. We don't just cater it. We're going to bring some shit too.
Yeah.
So my uncle and aunt, they had water in the car. So I go back outside. I goes and get these cases of mini waters. I'm passing out water. Like I work for the funeral home. So I am in my full fly, all black, black on black on black on black, looking like a big tall stick of licorice, passing out water bottles.
Uh-huh. I need a job too.
Yeah, but
I think I would go to a funeral more willingly if I had a job to do.
I didn't plan on having no job. Anyway, plus I didn't want to be just sitting in there because it was a 2-hour viewing and then the funeral. And I'm like, I'm not trying to sit in here for 2 hours just looking at my imaginary grandmother.
Why is it 2 hours?
I don't know. Again, this is a little different from what I'm accustomed to. Never had this the viewing and the funeral same day, but neither here nor there. So then, give those out. My cousin gets there probably 45 minutes before the actual funeral. Oh. She bought the ribbons. There's one somewhere in the house that says "Forever in Our Hearts." It's something very sweet. It's white ribbons to go complimentary to the black clothes. So I get them from her because she's with child. So I start in the front. I start passing them out. My great aunt, my grandmother's sister is like, and I'm going row by row. I'm not like randomly giving them out. You're
not like taking the cannon and shooting them out.
Right. I'm literally from right to left, right, like a typewriter.
Yeah.
Might be left to right, but either way. I get close to her row. Mike, I ain't got my ribbon. Where my ribbon? If you look closely, I'm going row by row. You won't get your ribbon.
Did you throw it at her?
No, I said.
You got your ribbon. You got your ribbon.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to say her name. Here you go, Aunt Cindy. Hand her ribbon. I would never disrespect my relatives. But in the moment, I just was like, I'm not sporadically giving out. I'm literally going row by row. And the immediate family is in like the first 5 rows. Yeah. So at the very least, the first 5 rows will get these ribbons. It's all So I'm passing them out. So I am passing out ribbons after passing out water. This is the kicker. Everybody on here knows my parents are deaf.
Do they?
We've mentioned it.
Okay.
Directly and indirectly. But anyway, I have been heckling and beating down the doors about getting a sign language interpreter for this funeral for my mom.
The answer was no.
Well, it's not. I had to finagle with them back and forth about who's going to pay for this interpreter. They say, we could facilitate an interpreter, but we need to know who's going to pay for it. I said, sir, if all you're going to do is send out a request to get an interpreter, I could have done that. you're supposed to pay for it. No, we just got to make sure we have the room for it. And I said, sir, do people that use wheelchairs pay every time they use that ramp? He's like, no, but I said, then what was the benefit of telling you I needed a sign language interpreter? Just to take a little bit off the family's shoulders? I said, sir, I could have sent out an email. That's not a big request.
Yeah.
So the funeral started at noon. Mind you, I'm not a sign language interpreter by trade. So around 11:40, they're starting to make announcements. And mind you, everybody has on black. Is the interpreter arrived? I'm like, holy fuck. I said, I swear to God, and I've had this conversation with all these people sober and drunk. I said, the day my grandmother dies, I'm not interpreting her funeral. I have the right to grieve just like everybody else in here does. And everybody agreed. And all the 2 weeks while the funeral was being planned, people were like, don't forget to get the interpreter. Which part of me wanted to be like, how much y'all go get the goddamn interpreter? I've already made the point. But since y'all don't know how to do it, I'll do it. So I hit the funeral home. It is 11:58. There is no interpreter in here. I'm lying. 11:55. There is no interpreter here. I proceed to walk to the front because my mother has made up in her mind, this bitch ain't coming, whoever the interpreter is going to be. Son, I need you to interpret. I walk up here. My whole face looks like I smell dog shit on my bottom lip. When I tell you my wife, my sister, my brother-in-law all look like he's going to set himself on fire with no matches.
Oh, no.
I am flames. Flames. Have you ever seen Clue?
You showed me.
Oh, yeah. Flames. I'm like, I swear to God, if I interpret this goddamn funeral, we're going back to South Carolina today, as soon as this shit ends. When I tell you, 11:59, sound like the interpreter walks in.
Nothing like waiting to the last second.
I'm not a sign language interpreter, but I would like to think for funerals, maybe you should come a little early.
Show up at least 10 minutes early to say hi.
Who's the person I need to interpret for? I don't know the protocol or anything.
Yeah.
I never researched them.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think you show up 7 minutes early.
Yeah.
Gets there at 11:59. I immediately storm off the front of the goddamn facility and go to my seat.
Did they do a good job?
She did.
Okay.
She was very nice, very fluid, very ASL. Good. What's it called when you wait a while before you interpret what the person said?
Processing time.
Yeah, she had a great processing time.
Yeah.
She seemed like a very professional. I wouldn't know what that's like, but she's a very professional sign language interpreter.
Well, that's good.
So
that's good.
Yeah. So she did a phenomenal job. She just didn't show up. She showed up on time.
Bless it.
On time. 11:59.
Bless it.
So then, the funeral proceeds to commence. I hope none of my family members watch this episode, but if they do, fuck it. I felt as though
I hope this is the one they watch.
They won't, but if they do, they gonna get to hear how I felt. Not that it matters.
You felt some type of way.
Fuck yeah. So the week following up to the I keep wanting to say interview, the funeral.
The week before.
No, the week I was up there for a week.
So the week that you were there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you now.
People's like, yo, Mike, you gonna say something, right? You the first grandchild, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna say something. I don't know. And I had restless sleep like the whole week up into it because I had not nightmares. I had dreams about like what I was going to say. Like I literally dreamt my speech. A few variations. I'm like, fuck.
Was any of them, this is?
Michael Chappelle. No, I just had some really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Soul brother. No, taking that burp out. But so I did feel away. Because if anybody fuck it, I'm just gonna talk. So my grandmother's two brother-in-laws, they spoke.
Okay.
And I don't know their dynamic of their relationship. That's her brother-in-laws. I can't speak for their relationship.
Okay.
But the only people who got to speak was them two, a person she played bingo with, and can't remember the other person. But none of her grandchildren got to speak. Oh, I'm lying. And my uncle got to speak, her son. But he spoke like, because it was his turn. Because you know, they have like the 2 minutes apiece. People say their piece or whatever. So I had something I was going to say.
What were you going to say? You can say it here.
Oh, hell. You trying to make me look like a punk on camera. I'll take it down.
No, I'm just saying.
I just going to say, like with her, she had stage 4 kidney failure.
Okay.
She didn't tell nobody though.
Yeah.
And I mean, you might have to take one of my kidneys and pressure wash it. You know what I'm saying? Pressure wash my kidneys.
Polish the dog turd.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
pressure wash my kidneys.
Yes.
There you go.
That might be the name, but we'll see. But more of the story is like there's several people who would have been willing to give her a kidney. And so what I kind of would have.
Do you think she didn't want that?
No, and that's kind of what I was going to say as far as what I wanted to say. What I wanted to say was she shielded us from. Not, I wouldn't curse. I'm paraphrasing, but she shielded us from. Huh?
I cursed at my grandma's funeral. Go ahead.
Really?
Yeah, I'll tell you about it.
Please do. But I was gonna say she shielded us from the fuck shit in the world. She protected us from lots of things. The bad. When we didn't have enough, she would send money down here. She made sure to that little bit more that you needed. She provided that.
Yeah.
And she was a superhero for us growing up. She was a superhero. And unfortunately, when she needed a superhero, she still was like, I got it. Like for her to need a kidney and then not ask for one or say anything.
Yeah.
She was still protecting us even from her hurts. You know what I mean? And that was cool. I was mad when I found out.
Yeah.
But like when I thought about it, she even in her time of need, she was like, I got it. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm still going to be y'all superhero. And like a lot of people don't have a superwoman as a grandmother. And we did. Yeah. And I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
But.
Not just cool. Super cool.
Super cool.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah. And so I would have liked to have said something to that. It was very well thought out during, the week of the funeral.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been 30 minutes. But it would have been like a good 2 minutes. Just, hey, that she was our superwoman. You know what I mean? And it kind of sucked that I didn't get the chance to do it. And when I wanted to raise my hand, like, they kind of was like, wrap that shit up, B. And I was like, I want to say something. And then somebody pulled my arm down, which I understand because the time had ended.
The queen.
Yes. So I understood. Put your goddamn arm down. I understand that. But it would have been nice to have said something. And again, I don't know her experience with her brothers-in-law, my uncle.
Okay.
But I think that it would have been nice to hear from one of her grandchildren. Not saying, even if it wasn't me, one of her 7 grandchildren should have been able to be like, Grandma was the bomb.com. You know what I mean? And none of us got to do that.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucked. But it was, and I feel like she should have had a bigger send-off.
Okay.
Not like fireworks and shit like that, but that's a little too much. Black people don't do fireworks at funerals. But it would have been cool to just a little bit more celebratory.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like 1 hour. And it like maybe went 1 hour and 5.
Okay.
And I think when people die, they shouldn't have a time constraint to their funerals.
Well, it depends on where you are. Some of the buildings are like...
Yeah.
Yeah, like the funeral that I went to was on a Thursday at 1 p.m.
Hers was on a Wednesday, which is weird as fuck.
Yeah, well, the funeral home was booked. I said,
how many dead people?
Listen, I said, how sad is that the funeral home is booked?
Well, the reason why they did my grandma's on a Wednesday was my aunt basically said typically, on average, people get about 3 days bereavement. We get 5.
Yeah.
But you get 3. And so she wanted it where if it was on a Wednesday, you could stay Thursday, Friday, and have that weekend. Which I get that.
Makes sense.
So I'm not knocking that. The day of the week was very weird. Gotcha. Just because I had never been to a funeral on Wednesday. Yeah. But when she explained it, I understood it. Yeah. Huh?
Club going up on a Tuesday. Yeah. Funeral home going up on a Wednesday.
Yeah, like, why not Wednesday? Like, it was a little weird. So that felt the type of way, you know what I mean? So, and then the week before, or the week of the funeral, people was like, yo, when my sign language interview come out? And I'm like, bitch. How you say it? Say it for me one time. Bitch! Yes. My grandmother, I didn't say my grandma's dead, but I just like, I got a lot of shit going on. So that's why I just put the post up. I was like, not literally, but under construction. Like, lost somebody I love. suck my dick. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck off my social media phone.
Granny
like,
down.
Yes.
You could have put that.
Nah, because yes, obviously I put some of my life on the internet. But I was like, I don't want my whole life on the internet. Like, because people start doing the condolences. And I'm like, I don't really want, you didn't know her, so get the fuck off my timeline. It's like, how do you celebrate without telling your business?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Thoughts and prayers.
I hate that shit too.
I'm just like, are you?
Yeah, you ain't thinking about
really?
me, motherfucker.
Because the other part of me is, I hope you're not.
You don't want them to be?
Like, I'm consumed right now with thinking about my grandmother.
Yeah.
Because she's my grandmother.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
I don't want you consumed thinking about my grandmother.
That's weird, yeah.
That's not for you.
That's for me.
So thoughts and prayers, I always want to be like, for real? How many thoughts? How many prayers?
Just when I saw this post.
Yeah.
Because nobody gives a fuck.
Just as I was flicking through, I saw it, thoughts and prayers, and I flicked to the next
and
thing.
You're never going to think again.
And I forgot all about it.
I had 2 people, I'm not going to lie, maybe, no, people in real life, I had people check on me.
Yeah.
But as far as on the internet.
I might have been one of them.
Yes, you did. But
I think I texted you on the wrong day, though.
No, you're fine. But you checked.
Yeah.
But on the internet, probably 2 people.
Yeah.
But in real life, I had 2 people, and I appreciate those people, including you, for asking if I'm all right. Yeah. But like, that's the other thing, like the birthday thing. My birthday be here in a month. I don't post my birthday because I don't want people to. That's why I hope.
Are we doing something for your birthday?
I'm debating on it. You want to come down and do a party?
Why not?
I'm down.
I mean, you don't have to go anywhere.
I know. I know. No, I was thinking about doing.
I don't know if you called that camera one. Did you want to come down here? Was the first phrase out of his mouth.
I'll come to you. It's kind of weird to come.
Why? I was going to say why. Why would you? But no,
I was going to do a before he 40 party, but it's last minute. Not last minute, but 30 a month is not enough time. Is that enough time?
Why is it not?
Because they gotta buy shit for people to eat.
Okay.
All right. Once we get done, we'll talk about it. I'll tell you about it. But I want to do a before he 40 party.
She before what?
A before he 40.
Okay.
Before he's 40.
But that's a whole nother year.
No, it's not. Before he's 40, aka 39.
Yeah.
I'll be 39 this year.
Yeah, and you'll be pre-40 for a whole nother year.
Yes, before he's 40.
Okay. I'm with you.
Then the next one, Gabby gave me the name for actual 40. I forgot the name of it, but
Over the Hill.
It's funny as fuck. No, it's like funny as fuck.
Oh, okay.
Probably won't be that funny because I've already built it up, but it was funny in the moment when she said it. Anyway, but yeah. That's why I don't like the birthday post. Like, people be like, happy birthday to me. Nobody gives a fuck except for people who knew without looking at your social media post.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's also one of those things where I'm like, if you have to say happy birthday to me,
you lonely as
who
fuck.
hurt you?
Yeah. You got to be lonely.
Yeah.
I text you happy birthday because I know your birthday in real life without seeing your Facebook post or your Instagram post. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I don't,
we'll see. Because mine's not far behind.
It's the same.
And you know, I'll be the big. Oh, I'm already
You'll be
in my
14.
I'm already before my 40.
You'll be 14.
That's right. So you need to tell me what it is so I'll know this hilarious name for my month.
I'll text Gabby when we get done. I think she at work. But yeah, see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Listen, first of all, I'm sorry about your grandma.
Oh, it's all good.
Because that's not.
Oh, it sucked. Like,
yeah, it's no fun.
She's in the top. How many women in my life?
And she was young.
Fuck yeah, 77.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that pissed me off. And I'm not going to be disrespectful because clearly I love my great grandma. My great grandmother's 90-fucking-9. Literally.
Still kicking.
Fuck yeah. When they started closing my grandmother's casket, she screamed out, no, don't do that. That's hurt my feelings like a motherfucker.
Aww.
I feel so bad.
Because that's her daughter.
Yeah, daughter-in-law. But
daughter-in-law.
Yeah, that she said, no, don't do that. And that shit, the whole room was fucked up off of that.
Yeah.
Because she's in a wheelchair, but she's there. No, I'm saying she's not senile. Like, she knows what the fuck is going on.
I was like, what is that?
Sorry, I meant like mentally she's still there.
She wasn't going to run up there.
Fuck no.
She was just going to yell from her wheelchair.
Some black funerals, we jump on the casket and do a bunch of ignorant
Did anybody
shit.
jump on the casket?
No. But like my
Would you have rolled your eyes if anybody jumped on the casket?
No.
You would have.
No, not for her.
Somebody jumped on the casket. You wouldn't go, girl.
If it was my cousin, no. Anybody else besides
Just
my
the
cousin, I would be like, you don't get your goddamn ass off my grandma. Because she's the first grandchild. Me and her are the closest to my grandmother as far as grandkids. She was raised by my grandmother.
Gotcha.
Like, she from basically like.
So this was essentially mom.
Yeah, that's her mom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically mom.
Okay.
So her and me, because like even now people are like, we're gonna make sure you and her straight. I'm like, I'm not cool, but it's annoying because people's like, you straight? No, but you don't have to ask me about it because that doesn't make it more straight. You know what I mean? Like, you okay? No. And if you guys keep asking me, I'm going to continue to not be okay. Stop asking me so I can, it'd be like, today is day one of healing. And then 2 days later, somebody, you straight? This is day one of healing. Like, I started back over. You know what I mean? Like, so it's annoying.
I think it's because nobody knows what to ask.
And that's why I don't bother people.
But I think also people do want to hear from somebody. If nobody ever asked you anything and just didn't text you because they didn't know what to say to you, you'd be like,
I'm probably weird, but I'll be okay with it. Because I know.
For a certain amount of time.
No, because I've said it myself. I'd be like, what do you even fucking say to somebody?
Yeah. I'm sorry for your loss. Doesn't that sound weird?
Yes.
I didn't even say that. We walked in.
I didn't say I'm sorry.
I didn't say it. I didn't even say it.
Because I don't know what to say.
I just went, I don't want to experience that. I hope it's a long time before I experience it.
You said that to them?
To anybody.
That's a good thing.
I said that to you now. Camera one, if you're watching, current company, I've lost all of my grandparents. They're all gone.
She was the last one and the one I was closest to. That's what sucks about it. Yeah. I wasn't the closest to her because she's the last. I've always been closest to her.
Yeah.
That's what sucks about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That sucks.
The one that not love the most, but the one that
you can say that. I loved her the most.
The one that I enjoyed the most was my mom's mom. And she was the second to go.
Damn.
We had a weird life. So wait,
is that the one you did the porch thing? No, your sister did the porch thing with the kids.
No, that was the last one.
Oh, okay. She was the thug.
Yeah, that's the one I cussed. I cussed at her funeral.
Oh, okay. In a good way, right?
No, at her. At her, hole in the ground.
What'd you say?
I said, damn you for leaving us. For no reason.
Out of being angry, though. That's not...
Damn you for... I said something to the effect of, damn you for not taking one medicine.
That's frustration.
Damn you for being so damn stubborn that you had to go when you wanted to go.
Why she couldn't say, yo, Mike, I need one of them kidneys. Pressure wash that bitch out. Let your girl get it. I would be like, absolutely.
Let your girl get it.
Yeah, let your girl hold that for a couple years.
Maybe hold that for a few years.
Yes. My great grandma 99, goddammit. You couldn't have stuck around for another 10 years? Shit. Yeah. One of us would have gave you one. Shit. I'm O positive, so I think most people can use my blood, right?
I think that's the universal.
Yeah. I would have gave you one. Shit. Like I said,
I'm O negative, just for the...
Really?
Yeah.
You rare as shit.
So don't ask me.
Oh, so who can use O negative?
O negative.
That's it?
O positive, I think.
Fair enough. But yeah, goddamn, we could have gave you a goddamn kidney. Shit. Yeah. Somebody would have gave you one.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Mine needs a good scrubbing.
She may not have wanted one.
That's why I said she was a superhero. She was Superwoman even when she needed some help.
Yeah.
That's what sucks about it.
Yeah. Yeah, my grandma just had one pill. She just had to take it once a day.
Like diabetes?
No, heart. Just to keep her heart
like
beating in the same rhythm.
The blood thin or?
Just the beat.
Well, not sounding
But stupid. She knew, they told her, if you don't take this medicine, your heart will not beat. And when she was ready, on her own time, because she was stubborn.
You was about to say she cunt.
Well, she was. I mean, I guess it was part of her charm to a certain extent. But she was like, all right, I'm done. She told me at Thanksgiving.
Wait, not being funny, did she not to be extreme, did she like not take it in like a couple days she was gone?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like maybe a week at most.
She a whole thug.
Yeah.
She your grandson, Granny Pooh.
Bye.
I'm getting up out of this bitch.
She said, I'm ready. I'm done. I've been here too long.
How old was she?
75, 76,
See
77.
What I'm saying? That's fucking crazy.
I mean, I don't want to say, like,
I'm sure you would have liked her to stick around a little longer.
I know that her and my grandpa, my dad's parents, that was my dad's parents, the house that I bought. And I know that her being was wrapped up in my grandpa.
Oh, once he was gone.
And when he was gone,
was like, fuck all this.
I don't even think she tried. I think she just said, I don't want to be here if he's not here.
See, my grandmother kept checking. That's what's pissed me off. Like, before she died, she was going, even this, because she died this year.
Yeah.
Obviously. And she, stupid. She died a month ago. But she was chugging along even before she was going up and down in North Carolina. She going to casinos. She going to bingo. Like, we always joke. You going to work, Grandma? You know I am. She going to bingo.
Yeah.
Like, work was bingo.
Yeah.
And so it's like, for you to be so full of life and then be gone within like a 3-month span, you're like, we could have got a kidney. You know what I'm saying? I would have gave you a kidney. Shit.
Yeah.
So one of us would have. And we all drank, so.
But do you think that was part of the reason that she did chug on?
Because she didn't get the kidney, or because she was so full of life?
Because she knew there was an expiration date.
I don't know, because I think she was like that before.
Do you think it's easier? I guess my point is, do you think it's easier to live while you're dying when you know
you're dying?
It's coming sooner rather than later.
That's what makes me ponder the question: how long did she know she had stage 4?
Your grandmother?
Yeah,
probably. I mean, let's be honest. My mom, when she had breast cancer, she went through the entire breast cancer, and only when she knew I was coming home from college,
I remember you telling me,
and her hair was gone, and she thought she had to explain it to me.
Did you have a black girl wig or a white girl wig?
She had it was not a great wig, but it looked just like her hair.
Yeah.
And I will give her this. She at least gave me enough credit to think he'll figure out that this is a wig. I've got to say something before he gets here. No, she told me before I got there.
Okay.
So I knew it was a wig walking in the door.
Oh, okay. He was like, wig. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy. You remember mole.
She went through almost the entire thing, never told me.
Dang. How long
Only told me.
Give or take, how long, from what you know, how long did she go through chemo?
She found out she had so my mom got really lucky. She caught it as a spot breast cancer.
What's a spot?
She caught it like a spot. No, it wasn't. It had not lumped.
A lump is bigger
It was
than
just a spot just on her skin. Mm-hmm. It was like, that's a mole that I've never seen before. Wonder what that is. And ask. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, that's breast cancer.
Damn. From a spot?
Yeah. So she caught it like in its infancy.
Is that a hereditary in your family?
I don't know if it's hereditary for everybody, but I think I think your percentages are much higher if your mom had breast cancer.
Because my great aunt, my grandmother's sister, she's still with us. That's the one who was like, where my ribbon? My aunt Cindy, I love her to death. I'm just saying. She beat breast cancer, and her daughter, which is my mom's first cousin, they're around the same age. She had it and she beat it.
Yeah.
They both went through the low cut phase. And all that.
Oh, yeah. If you catch it, breast cancer is one of those things where for most people, depending on when you catch it, your likelihood of survival is much
really
higher.
Good. Okay.
But if you're one of those people that ignored the symptoms or thought it was something else or didn't see it at all or whatever, the more it progresses, the harder it is to get on the other end. But my mom waited for, I'm sure it was probably a year total that she never said a word. And she only told me
because you was coming home,
because she thought that I would see her hair and go, what's wrong with your hair?
Did she physically look different or no?
No.
Did she look like?
I mean, she looked weak. She looked
but
like
when you
she
were in
had
college. She wasn't her age now.
But I was at college, so I wasn't seeing her every day.
So you might have been like, she's just tired.
Like, oh, she's got the flu.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you wouldn't have assumed breast cancer,
right?
Yeah.
Right. And I may not have even noticed that it was a wig. I didn't learn about wigs till much later.
I just learned the last couple of years. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lace fronts and all that other shit.
Yeah. Hers was the hard front. Because it had bangs.
They have lace fronts with bangs. I think they cut them into bangs. I could be wrong.
Not as much.
Well, white people bangs are a little different. They'd be like, bangs.
Well, I mean, you've seen my mom's hair. It looked just like that.
Really?
Yeah. It looked exactly the same.
She got that old, what's that movie with Stepford Wives? Where they were like robots? The women were robots or something?
The new one or the old one?
What's your girl's? Fuck.
You're probably talking about the new one.
Which one is the girl?
If you've ever seen Golden Girls,
Yeah.
I don't remember which season it is, but my mom had Blanche, the Southern woman. She had her hair.
It was like considered
in one of those seasons. My mom's had that hairstyle, but blonde.
Yeah.
As far as like, as long as I can remember.
You might have been one to tell me, or the missus might have told me. Did you know the mom is younger than most of the daughters?
Yeah.
Did you?
I told you that.
Okay. I wasn't sure if one of y'all.
Yeah,
she loves that shit too.
The oldest was
Ruth.
The oldest was B Arthur, which was Dorothy.
Is that the one that had the ex-husband who...
The tall one.
Yeah, she was cool. I liked her sense of humor. It's very sarcastic.
I want to say she was the oldest. Rose, Betty White was second oldest.
Really?
And then was Sophia.
Wait, Sophia's the mom.
Blanche was the youngest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she was the third youngest of the cast, and she played the mom of the oldest.
So yeah. So Betty White died last.
Betty White died last. Listen, so you want to hear some scary stuff. So like this, I love stuff like this. So there's an episode of Golden Girls where Rose gets really sick and almost dies. But part of that episode, they were talking about freezing
her eggs,
your body.
Would you do that?
Trying to fix it and then bring you back. Once they have a cure, bring you back and then fix it. I don't know. It seems
cryogenic.
Cryogenic.
Yeah.
So anyway, part of that time, at the end of the episode ends with Rose and Sophia and Dorothy and Blanche all sitting around the table. And, they're sort of laughing it off and, having a sense of humor, trying to, move forward. And Rose says, what are we going to do when there's only one of us left, though?
Oh, damn.
And she was it. It's her line, and in real life, she was the last one to die.
Damn. That's
camera one. Hadn't talked to you today.
Fucking wild.
That's a little creepy.
Well, an hour and 8 minutes in, but yeah.
Listen, I love stuff like that. Anyway, all that to say, I think for me, live while you're dying, that quote, it just reminded me, I think that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I don't think I did that for a very long time, but now I actually think I might be doing that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. As fucked up as it sounds, I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of stuck in limbo, because I think when like now we do on my mom's side, we do like a weekly FaceTime call, and not to be a dickhead, I don't really like them.
Okay.
Because I feel like, as selfish as it sounds, we wouldn't have those if my grandma didn't die. And I know.
Do you think they're going to end soon?
Maybe not soon, but I think. Because I said it jokingly, but I was kind of being a smart ass about it, because we talk shit to each other, not maliciously.
Yeah.
But they was like, yeah, we need to start getting together. And I talked about it on what I had a real bad breakdown with my uncle, just me and him on FaceTime. And because every year for the last fucking 15 years, me and my grandmother talk on FaceTime all morning long on Thanksgiving. We talk about what we're cooking. Yeah. We talk shit. God damn it, motherfuckers don't cook shit on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Yet we still cook it on every Thanksgiving. Yeah. Clearly we enjoy it.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk our shit.
Yeah.
And she ain't going to be there. And I broke down crying. It's well, who the fuck am I supposed to call on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
And that sucks. Yeah. But it's at the same time, this is what I said. I was being a smart ass, but I was kind of meaning it. I was like, this is before she had officially passed. And I was like, well, what are we going to do for Thanksgiving? And my aunt and uncle was like, well, it depends, when she passes, if she passes or whatever. I was like, well, it ain't like I'll come down here anyway. And I was being a smart ass, but I meant it.
Yeah.
They've only been down here one time, the year I graduated.
Which was 20 years ago.
Yeah. One time in 20 years.
Yeah.
And then the fucked up part is my stupid ass didn't even graduate on time, so they came down here for no reason. But
they didn't come to the rainbow graduation.
No, they came down for when I was supposed to graduate. But I didn't find out until a couple weeks before that graduation that I wasn't going to graduate on time. I had to take a math class in summer school. But they had already booked and everything, so they came down. We had a great time. But they haven't come down since. They haven't come down to this day.
Yeah.
So it's I don't think it's artificial. I think it's
It's easier said than done.
Yeah. And it's easier for me, my mama, my kids, my family to go up there with give or take 6 of us, 5 or 6 of us, than 10 come down here.
True.
But it doesn't feel hollow because I know it's well intended.
Yeah.
But I know they ain't coming.
Yeah.
So you don't have to I know they're not trying to sell me some bullshit. But just I know y'all ain't coming. So you don't have to pretty it up and be like, we can come down. No, you're not. So it's we don't have to do these family group texts because eventually they'll fade off and it'll be back to what it was. We hit each other up once a month. I guess not to be fake and woke. I'm not a realist, but it's gonna go back to probably once a month.
Okay.
Whereas me and my grandmother talk, which she did this with several people, which I that's another reason why I was a little bit angry with her. She started doing these good morning texts not every day, but 4 days a week.
Okay.
And part of me thinks that she started doing them because she found out I don't know when she found out. I don't think anybody knows.
Yeah.
But I think that's what made her, and it wasn't last week. It was probably the last maybe 2 years. She started doing the good morning text, which I love. And I got my last good morning text the Saturday before she fell and hit her. It's a long story. I'll tell you. You already know, but I ain't gonna tell you everything on here. And so that was the last one I got. And so it's I don't know. I don't really want to pretend.
Yeah.
But it's a weird dynamic of I want to pretend she didn't. Not that she doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it feels easier to pretend she didn't exist.
Okay.
And for anybody listening, I'm not saying it in a cold-hearted way. I'm saying it as in sit and dwell
in a grieving way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we was on the cruise and I was getting ready to post a story on Instagram and I seen her picture.
Yeah.
And I just had to stop and I start crying on the cruise. You know what I mean? That sucks.
Yeah.
That was 3 days ago.
Yeah.
But it's do I sit and be in that, not every day, but do you want to be looking at pictures on the fucking smoke deck on the boat, looking crazy?
Yeah. How long are you going to stay in the closet? That kind of
See
thing.
what I'm saying? I'm not going to be in the closet.
Yeah.
But then...
I don't think you are, though.
No, I'm not. Well, clear. We recording. I'm not in the closet. But it's do you be in the closet or do you pretend like she didn't exist? Or do you have to because I put on her obituary, somebody special gave me this quote. I think it's a beautiful quote. It says, hell, I just grabbed the goddamn thing. It's right here. I didn't want to misquote it and fuck it up. It says, when someone you love becomes a memory, the memories become a treasure. So it's the memories matter, of course, but it's do you dwell on them and be sit in the closet? Or do you kind of, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Well, I wonder if part of that's does time heal all wounds?
For this one, no.
I think it will.
I don't know. My business partner said this is one of she lost her dad years ago. She said she told me, this will be for now, until my mama dies in 200 years. But my daddy might die next week. It'd be cool. I had to make it. We've been serious for an hour
Fuck daddy.
15 minutes. I had to give a little joke. But no, she said this will be one of the hardest pains I ever go through. Because you know how close I am. Everybody knows how close I am to my grandmother. It's not a secret. It ain't supposed to be no secret. But it's she said, this will be one of the hardest hurts I'll ever go through. And I didn't think she was a liar, but I didn't know the gravitude of the pain.
The gravitas
of their pain. It was their pain.
Well, I don't think, and I mean, I jokingly said time heals all wounds, but I think right now, thinking of a good morning text, thinking of a Thanksgiving morning, seeing her picture. I mean, it's very recent.
It sucks.
But I also think, I think there's sort of a time where it goes from the memory makes me sad to the memory makes me happy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not that I don't, your business partner, however she grieves or whatever. I'm not trying to take away from any of that.
But hers was last week. Yeah.
But I'm sure that it's I'm sure for her, there are days where a picture
is a smile.
Is a sad thing.
Oh, yes, sir.
But there's more days where the picture is a smile.
Ah, yeah.
Or the memory. I don't think that I don't think that it ever completely goes away, nor do I think any of us would necessarily want it to.
The pain or the memories?
But the memories.
Okay.
But like when I think of my grandmother, when I think of all of my grandparents, when a random memory, like I bought my dad's parents' house. They were the last two that passed away. They were significantly younger than my mom's parents. My dad was the oldest, and my mom was the youngest.
Oh, so that's like my mom is the oldest, my dad's the youngest.
Yeah. So, when I first moved in to their house that became my house shortly after.
Was that weird?
It was a little odd, but I smelled them all the time. Mm-hmm. And so their closet, which became my closet, I would not let Buster go in there.
Because you didn't want Punchkin to miss.
I don't want the two of you,
who
I love, to go in here, and everything else smells like y'all.
Right.
This room right here will smell like them for as long as it can.
Yeah.
And eventually, it would just be whiffs here and there. But a few weeks ago, I was walking up the apartment stairs, and I was like, I just got a whiff of them. Real quick. And now it's like, it's not oh God, there's the smell.
So
all this flooding come back. And now it's, there they were.
It's not literally a time, like it's 13 months, but like, is there a time frame of, you like, well, when it becomes just good? Like
my grandfather, he died in 2016.
Okay.
And she died in 2018. I'm sorry, 2017. He died in 2015 and she died in 2017. I moved in 2018.
That's pretty early. Not being funny.
Well, she passed away in October, November. I think it was real close. And I moved in 2017. My relationship of 13 years ended March of 2018.
Oh, so you had a bunch of things to deal with.
I moved in July 2018.
Yeah, so you had a bunch of shit to deal with.
So there was, it was a...
Hi!
So she passed away. 2 months later,
relationship passed away.
My relationship, his father passed away.
Oh.
Then I got the flu where I thought I was going to pass away.
And
then he decided our relationship was no longer something he would like to continue
and it passed
in
away.
March. And it passed away. And then I moved in July of 2018.
Damn. So it's only give or take 6 months, give or take.
Yeah.
But that year, what was that like? Did that suck? I'm sure it sucked, but I'm saying
well, I went from 350 to over 400 pounds.
Damn.
I went from traveling all over for work to I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah. So you needed a break from everything. Way. Yeah.
I went to real estate school because I was like, I'm just going to do a whole new life. I've never, up until that point, I had never done anything because I wanted to do it. So I did it.
Man.
You know. It could not have worked out any better though.
Yeah, nigga only.
Yes, but pre-only, it...
You met me! No,
well, I had COVID.
You had COVID before I met you?
I spent COVID. I didn't get COVID. I spent COVID with my mom, my dad, my sister, my nieces, my brother-in-law.
I thought we met before COVID.
What I'm saying is, me.
Oh, okay. No, I wasn't being funny.
We met in 2019.
Okay, yeah.
But COVID.
But it seemed like it
I
brought y'all
spent
closer.
COVID with my family, where we had a very tense relationship prior to that, and then I met you. I met Only. We did this podcast.
So COVID heals all wounds.
COVID heals all wounds. We just need another round. We just need another round of COVID. Oh my God.
COVID heals all wounds.
But but I mean, like,
it's a
that was a lot.
Yeah.
But now, it's only been a couple of years, but now I look back on that and I'm like, I look back on it with some fondness versus the misery. And I think that's with death. It doesn't change the fact that Thanksgiving morning is probably not going to be a fun morning.
Fucking suck.
You're probably going to think about your grandmother a lot, and that's okay.
Yeah. That's going to suck. Ugh.
But next Thanksgiving,
it's going to suck less.
It will be less sucky than the first one. And you may even do something different to celebrate something else. You know, it's sort of like my sister, for a while, she was sort of torn with, we had our tradition with my parents, with our parents. You know, you get up on Christmas morning, and, you know, some of our gifts were like laid out on the couch, and that was Santa. And then some of our gifts were wrapped, Mom and Dad, and that was under the tree, and that was from our parents. And that's how they were distinguished. Oh, very cool. Unwrapped meant Santa brought them in his bag. Yeah. Wrapped meant our parents went to the store, got them, wrapped them. And I think my sister does something to that level. It's very similar, but she was very torn at first. Like, you know, do I want my mom and dad to be a part of this? You know, and then she has, you know, her husband and his, you know, and his mom. And, you know, how can she also be included? And so the bless her heart, the in-laws? The mother-in-law, she has like a 5-day marathon of Christmas.
What does that look like?
Well, one night they go and they bake cookies.
Oh, very cool. Kids love that, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Yeah. And then another day they go there on like Christmas Day for lunch now, I think, or something. We now do me, my mom, and my dad only, and my sister's family, we now get together for dinner.
Oh, very cool.
Night, because mother-in-law.
In the morning or afternoon.
And there's more of them.
Okay. Are they in the same area?
My brother-in-law has 2 other brothers. So there's 3 families that get together under the mother-in-law.
Is his family in the area?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah. So anyway, so we do a dinner, they do a brunch kind of thing. And so we do dinner and then sort of end the night.
2 good ass meals.
Well, but now, for example, when I moved home, me and my mom and my dad started going looking at Christmas lights.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
On Christmas Eve. And so only the last 2 years.
He comes with you.
3 years. The last 3 years has also been a part of that.
This is before yours. Hey.
And so they, you know, my mom was like, you and Only are coming. And I'm like, yeah, we'll still be there. This year, Thanksgiving will be a little odd because the way that the holidays work out,
the days they fall?
It's usually like on the 25th, even though it's the 3rd Thursday of November. It's actually going to be on like the 22nd or something, or 23rd.
Yeah, it's early.
It's like a different day.
It's very early this year.
I think me and Only are going to do something where we're going to go to my family for the day of Thanksgiving.
What about his people's?
And then his family, we're going to go for the weekend.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
You know, it'll be right there along.
I mean, that's a long drive.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm Canadian.
But I mean, that's normally what we do. I think just something about the dates, the numbers are just a little
because it's typically number wise, it's like the 26th.
Yeah. It's usually like 25, 26, 27.
It's the 23rd, I think, this year, which is weird.
Early. Yeah.
Excuse me. It is weird.
But like Christmas is also a weird one because it's on Tuesday.
It's on a Monday. Because my daughter's...
Okay, it's on a Monday.
Yeah, because the way it works is my oldest birthday is 3 weeks before Christmas. Mine's 2 weeks. So hers is a Monday, mine's the next Monday, and then 2 Mondays is Christmas.
Okay.
Every year. So we're always,
So Christmas, you know what, I think I was confusing.
Fuck.
Thanksgiving is going to be the same because it's always the Thursday, and then we go up there.
Is a Monday. It's
but
such a
Christmas,
terrible day.
Yeah, but
Which
Christmas
means New Year's is a Monday.
Yes. So Christmas is a Monday. So we're going to go, we normally do Christmas and then go to his family. But this year will actually be the opposite. We're going to go to his family and then come back
Yeah,
for Sunday.
Christmas Eve with his parents, and then wait, what?
So we're going to spend 2 days before Christmas, 3 days before Christmas, 2 days before Christmas, day before.
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
No, I'm missing something. Christmas Eve.
It's
We're gonna come back Saturday.
That's the day before Christmas Eve.
Evening.
Okay. And
Then Sunday,
Christmas Day,
we'll go Christmas Eve lights with my parents.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
And then Christmas Day back for the festivities in the evening.
Very cool. What you gonna get only for Christmas?
I don't know.
Does he want anything specific?
Not really.
Are you saying it because he listens and you don't want to tell him, or you don't actually know?
I genuinely don't know.
What do you want for Christmas?
I don't know.
What would you like from a colleague for Christmas?
Nothing. You know what? Listen, you know what I really want for real? I want you to move closer. But
go to hell.
I'm serious. I want you to move closer.
14 hours is close enough.
Too close. It's too close.
I'm none of this shit. Move.
So that, but also like, honestly, I think me and Only, we had not seen a good friend of his for a couple of months.
Give or take where they live.
Hour and a half
from you,
further past us if you were driving.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn.
Yeah. And so we went for their daughter's birthday.
Very cool.
And it was so good to see them, and they were thrilled that we came, and ended up being so much fun. But the first thing, where have you been? We cannot wait this long. We said the same thing today. It'd been like 5 or 6 months.
Damn.
Which for Only, that's new.
Yeah. Really?
Like, I don't think he's been that long.
He got a friend that lives like 30 minutes from me, give or take. Or 20 minutes.
What?
The one he was in their wedding?
They don't live here. They live in
another state?
The Lone Star State.
Seriously?
You mark that off your list as well.
What the fuck they doing having a wedding here then?
Along. Because their whole family lives here.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? They had a wedding?
Yeah. No.
They don't live here. They still ain't close. I hate y'all.
Yeah. They don't live here.
Can I give you an interesting fact before you go?
Before I go where?
Your next statement.
Oh, sure.
I ain't say get the fuck out. Did you know, just the random fact, I learned this past week, Alaska is 2.5 times the size of the state of Texas?
Okay.
I didn't fucking know that. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I believe that. I mean, Alaska, like when you look at the map, Alaska's big.
It's a motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a tiny, and it's also got like offshoots.
Yes, little islands and shit. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
My parents have been. I've never been.
I want to go one day, but not very long.
I'm trying to remember if I think my mom went on that one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then about your
So anyway, I want to continue. I've been learning how to cook. You know, this has been an ongoing thing.
No, you're really good at it. You almost there with the black folks stuff. You gotta learn how to make my deviled eggs.
Well, listen, I think I may have figured it out. So, I'm just trying stuff.
You got to. That's how you learn how to cook.
Yeah.
Some of it sucks. Some of it's good. You know to remove the shitty stuff. Yeah.
So I decided to make my own sausage patties.
Oh, I thought you meant the links. I was like, you did intestines and all that shit?
No.
I eat it.
That's
but the process is weird.
No, patties.
Okay.
So you're supposed to get ground
beer in there?
pork. I thought I pulled it out already.
I probably already drank it.
Yeah.
I did. Sorry.
My phone's going to be stuck in there.
My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. There is nothing in here.
You good? What about?
Even your...
I got a crown right there. I was
going to say, the original thing that was in here
is right
alone is out there. So, but it's hard to find ground pork.
Is it?
For me, it was.
Oh, where you live, yeah.
It was just gone for a while. I finally found some, but I just gave up and was like, I'm just going to do ground beef. Honestly, though, it's been fine. No complaints. It just doesn't taste like sausage. It tastes like hamburger. So, like the other day, yesterday actually, I only just wanted eggs.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, I'll make you a burger with my sausage burger patty.
Okay.
And so I made that, made the egg, fried hard, and made a sandwich out of it. Toasted the bun. I got the King's Hawaiian, the off-brand King's Hawaiian hamburger buns. Toasted them on the griddle. Did the whole thing on the griddle. Turns out really good. I'll show you a picture. It was really good. But like stuff like that. I'm trying to I'm watching these YouTube videos and learning a lot from just being creative. But I will say this before I let you go, because we do have to leave.
We do?
We do have to end this episode.
Oh, yeah. Anybody listen, but...
Yeah. Well, sorry. We've carried on a little far on this one, but...
We had a good conversation.
Well, do you want to cut it to the next one?
No, we keep going. I don't give a fuck. I already texted my host to bring me a cup of ice. I can refill my cups, my spirits.
So, well, no, real quick, and then we'll wrap this one up, and we'll do another week.
Next week.
I might have a hat on. I brought 2 hats, never even put either one on. But anyway, so I've been watching these videos. So I go, okay, listen. So, I ventured out of my home to work, do a little in-person accounting for a strip club down the road. And nearby there were these 2 restaurants with weird names. I won't shout them out on here because I don't know if they're national or not. I'll tell you about it when the cameras turn off. But one of them was, there's a big chain. I think it's Chipotle.
Chipotle?
I'm not a big fan. No offense.
Chipotle?
Not a big fan.
I like Chipotle.
I need to try it again. It's been a long time.
We've only tried it once?
It's been a while.
Chipotle is, I'll say this, and I
tried it several times.
But I'm going to cut you off.
Okay.
Chipotle is good, but if you get it, and you let it get cold, and that's your first in a long time experience, it ain't that good.
Okay.
Or if you get it with somebody who's kind of stingy with the toppings. Like I noticed if you pre-order it or whatever it's called, when you, on the menu, not the menu, the app, and then you pick it up, it won't be as hot, or it won't be like, they don't give you as much. You kind of can tell, and you're like, stingy bitches.
Okay.
So, thank you very much, sweetheart. Just ice. But that, and then the other thing is, if you eat it too much, it gets old. Like, not stale. It just, you kind of get too accustomed to it. Like, I get the steak bowl with the brown rice. Brown rice. No, I'm lying. Lime cilantro rice, black beans, corn pico, a few other things. It's bomb.
Okay.
But if you get it too often, you kind of like,
Okay.
Do you remember what you got?
Yes. I could not tell you what I put on there.
But
you would have been proud.
Really? So you got more than just...
listen.
More than just rice, beans,
They
and
would
meat?
point at something and I'd go throw it in there.
Okay. I don't think I don't get is the fajita bean.
No, I didn't go to Chipotle. I'm talking about, I had a recent experience at 2 places that were similar in how they prepare your food as Chipotle, but they weren't Chipotle. One of them was, what?
Moe's?
No.
Okay, there's competitors.
No.
Okay.
No.
Remember, we went and they never had chicken, never had rice. Fuck them.
Fuck Moe's.
Yes.
Unless they're going to do a sponsorship.
We can sponsor them.
If you sponsor us, we will come back and try and give you another chance.
Every day.
But y'all kept running out of chicken and we had to say, fuck Moe's.
Fuck Moe's.
So.
It's the truth. It's our truth
factual.
And it's the truth.
It is the truth, our truth, everybody's truth.
Thank you.
So anyway.
I'm listening.
One was Mediterranean and Greek.
Oh, I like that type of food.
It was so good.
See? Bussin'.
It was so good.
Did you get lamb?
I did not, because lamb was $3 extra. And you know I ain't fucking with that life.
Sir.
Listen, everybody that I've talked about, have been like, pay the $3.
Yes, lamb is bussin'.
Next time I go, I will pay the $3.
Please and thank you. Lamb is good.
The other one,
yes, sir.
Similar concept, but it was Lebanese.
I never had Lebanese food.
And
I'm willing to try. I just haven't.
Lebanese and shit. Anyway, we'll just say Lebanese.
No, I'm down to eat.
Lebanese and something.
Any food at least once, as long as it's not eyeballs and like
they're
balls.
Pointing at stuff, and I'm like, throw it in there.
Yeah, you gotta try it.
Throw it in there. Yeah. Throw it in there. It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna have to take only because he didn't get to experience this.
This is in your area?
It's near-ish.
Okay. What was the ticket? Give or take.
So the Mediterranean one was a little more expensive.
About 20?
It was like $13. It was $14 total.
Plus tip?
No tip. It's not a tip. It's a like make your own bowl as you walk through.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I bet both of them.
Good, yeah.
Both of them were. Oh God, it was so good. I will say the only thing that I did learn, I'm learning to eat spicy, and I really like it.
Yeah, it don't have to be flaming, blow your butthole out. Yeah, just no. I'm just saying, we've all. I
need mine to be intact.
Yes,
I've got uses for it.
We've all had spicy that's like, a little too spicy.
Yeah,
no, thank you.
I'm farting flames.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to blow the bathroom up for 4 hours a day.
Yeah,
but you can get a little kick and it be cool. You know what I'm saying? Just cool.
Yeah. So I'm learning with spicy. So they had this spicy something. It was red, and I'm like, throw it in there. Here's where I made the mistake. While I was stirring, I forgot about the little
chili seeds, the pepper
little
seeds,
the little poop of spice. So I had one really fucking spicy section, and the rest of it didn't have any. So next time I would make sure that I really got that.
Tone it down, but still have.
It was a good flavor. I only had it in this one spot.
It's exclusive spicy.
Right. So next time I will make sure that I like give it a better stirring to mix it in better. Mm-hmm. But other than that, everything. I mean, every bite was good.
Yeah. I'm glad you experimented.
Yeah.
What made you be willing to try it though?
Just living while I'm dying.
Hey.
I'm kidding, but it's better than saying YOLO.
It's better than what?
Better than YOLO. You only live once.
I hate that phrase.
No, honestly, it's because after I quit smoking, and part of me thinks it's when my gallbladder. I really think that pill that helped me stop smoking, I think it changed something.
Well, your gallbladder supposedly helps process food. I don't know how because you can remove it, but whatever.
Sure.
People get their gallbladder. You got yours taken out.
Yeah, mine's gone.
Yeah.
No golly.
I think they threw it in the trash.
I kind of wish they would have let me have it.
What you gonna do?
It was dead.
Like a weirdo?
He said it was dead.
Yeah.
Dead. I had a dead gallbladder.
She's gonna hold it in a
rotten.
jar.
Excuse me. Rotten.
So you hold it in a jar like a mad scientist.
I'd love to see what a rotten gallbladder looks like.
Like a chili pepper.
I hope so.
A spoiled chili pepper.
Yeah. I wish they would have taken a picture of it. Let me have the picture.
It can't be but so big because it doesn't do anything. It does something.
It's like a waste processing.
Didn't you say it did something when we were like in the primal days?
Oh yeah, like it had a use.
It doesn't really do anything now.
Millennia ago, yeah. But I mean, it's sort of one of those things where.
So what do we close on as far as living? What is it called? What's the phrase?
She lived while she was dying.
Yeah.
Which I thought was such a. In the moment, I was like, YOLO. But now I'm like, you know what? Actually, that's not a bad. Well, because he meant it in like, rejoice in the life that you have, but don't forget that when you die, you get to meet God.
Well, I understand.
So it was sort of one of those things where I was like,
I know you're kind of on the fence about God. I believe in God, even though I'm not living the most holiest life. But I'm not gonna say I'm be a hypocrite on camera, or I ain't gonna lie about it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real.
Here's my problem.
100.
I don't know if we've ever had this conversation. I can't remember. I think we've had this conversation. I don't know if we publicly had this conversation. Here's my problem with it. I think that if there is a God, it has nothing to do with what we think it is.
What do you mean?
I don't think we have any understanding of the concept. I don't think that any of it's used properly. It's often weaponized.
Oh, of course.
And
religion
it's one of those.
It's one
of those. I'm better than you, and this is why. Or I can do all this fucked up stuff, and I'm okay because God forgave me. I don't need to be accountable. You mentioned last week. That's my truth. People use. Oh, God forgave me.
That don't mean you should keep doing wild ass shit. Yeah.
This person died. God said it was their time. Like, if that helps you grieve, great. That's wonderful. If you have something that you believe in that gets you up in the morning, makes you have a pep in your step, helps you grieve, memorialize a loved one.
I don't think it was my grandmother's time. I think that she was, not to get all morbid as we close, we just spent an hour being morbid, but no, I think she could have had, I'm not saying she would have lived to 99 like my great grandmother.
Yeah.
But I think she could have maybe had another 10 years.
Probably.
I'm not, again, I love
I mean,
my
with a new
grandmother.
liver. I mean, it
Y'all
would
see
have been
my reaction. I'm not talking shit
Yeah.
about my grandmother. I think she
Yeah.
had been like, them boy, that kidney nephew. You know what I mean?
Oh, kidney. I said
You
liver.
fine. She'd be like, grandson, let me
Yeah.
get that kidney.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she would live to 1 million, but I
Yeah.
think she could have got another 10 years.
Yeah.
And I would have.
I mean, even 5.
Fuck yeah, I'll take it.
Even 3, really.
Or if she had said, hey, and again, I didn't mean to go backtrack, but just if she had said, Michael, because she always called me Michael. She never called me Mike. She called Michael. But she had said, Michael, I need if she had said something, even if she wouldn't have accepted a kidney, I think if she had said, yo, I don't know when she found out, because clearly none of us found out till after it was already stage 4.
Yeah.
And we don't even know how long she had stage 4. But I think if she had, let's say stage 2 and said, yo, not yo, but yo. Yo.
Yo, Mikey Mike.
Yo.
Mikey Fresh.
Let me get one of them kidneys, bro. No, if she had said,
Let me hold one of them kidneys.
let me hold one. I get it back when I die. But no, if she was stage 2 and said, hey, they say I got stage 2 kidney failure.
Yeah.
And I got, I don't know, 5 years to live.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know at which stage she found out. But if they had said she had found out at stage 2 and be like, yo, I can do something about it. Or if she found out at stage 4, yo, I need a kidney. And just kind of indirectly said, let me hold some. Let me hold some, player. You know what I mean? And I lost the train of thought. Moral of the story is, I wish she was here a little longer.
Yeah.
Because she could have, again, even if it was a negative. Oh, that's what I was trying to say. If she had told us, hypothetically, if she found out last year, yo, I got stage 4. Granted, we definitely started visiting more often, even though it's for funerals. But we was visiting in North Carolina and other states. And then if she had said, I got stage 4, I think it would have just given a window of, and again, it's not an exact science.
Yeah.
Even if they say, yo, you got stage 12 kidney failure, you got 10 days. That doesn't mean you're going to die in 10 days. But just, It would have been nice to get a window of, this is when I may or may not die. I think we could have been a little more proactive about it.
Yeah. Do you think you would have felt a little bit better if she at least said, they've tried everything they can try? And this
outside
is
of getting a kidney?
And this is it. Even if I got another kidney, it wouldn't survive because of
it's so far
ABC medical
Drizzy
terms.
Drake's so far gone.
Whatever.
So far gone, baby. Yeah, I think I could have.
If she would have said out loud, they've done everything that they can do.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do differently. I just want to live
the best I
what
can
I've got, until I don't have any more.
Because I think
you would have felt better.
Yeah. Because part of me wonders how long she knew.
Yeah.
Now, again, she might have known 6 months. She might have known a year.
Yeah.
And when you have stage 4, I'm sure you don't just have.
She might have known one day.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, and that sucks to not know how long she knew.
Yeah.
So it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Because she took herself to her doctor's appointments. It wasn't like, I mean, again, I said it before she fell and hit her head and blah blah blah. She wasn't like in the house, I'm gonna read my Bible. She was doing shit. So so I'm sure she knew.
Yeah.
At least
my mom recently started taking my aunts to their doctor's appointments, and I think it's probably because
she wanted CC.
Well, I think it's they're
our aunts. Yeah.
Listen,
they ain't no spring chickens.
My heritage is not.
We'll be 40 next year. You at the beginning, me at the end. We got to hear.
Listen, here's my thing.
Yeah. So
my mom
ain't no spring chicken.
One day we'll talk about. I'll go through my aunts, but
yeah. Oh my God,
that's a great aunt.
That's a great aunt. I'm sorry. My God, that's ugly. I love
it. That's her lineage. My mom's lineage is, my God, what an ugly baby. That's the ugliest baby I've ever seen in my life.
They're ugly. Newborns are ugly.
He wasn't newborn, but yeah, I hear you.
Well,
he wasn't fresh out.
I got one I want to talk about.
He was like a year old. But anyway, maybe 6 to 8 months old.
Fair enough.
But anyway, so I think that she's seeing her sisters, and she's like,
oh, these are your aunts, not her aunts.
They have,
Oh, okay.
my aunts, her sisters.
Oh, because your mom's the baby and your dad's the
right.
Okay.
And I think she's seeing them like one of them's 85, one of them's
for real
80, gonna turn 80,
give or take.
My mom's 60. She was born in 55, 68. She'll be 68 this coming year.
How old's your sister? 40.
40. She'll be 45. I'll be 40. My sister will be 45. My parents were both born in 55.
Oh, your parents are 10 years older than my mama, or 9.
Yeah.
My mom's 64. Shit. Damn, we getting old.
Yeah. Well, no, they're 68.
My mom's 60. No, 59, excuse me.
Oh, okay. You said 65.
No, 64.
You were saying the year.
Yeah, 64
Gotcha.
year. Yeah, sorry, not the age.
I was like, I said 68, and you were like, oh, they're 10 years apart. She's 65, and I'm like, that's not 10 years.
No, my mom.
Gotcha.
Yeah, born in 64.
Yeah.
My
Okay,
bad.
gotcha. Born in 64.
Yes.
Okay, my parents were both born in 55.
That's why I say 10, 11, but yeah.
9 years. Okay. So, because 44 is closer than.
No, that'd be 11 years.
If she's 64, they're born in 55.
Oh, 9 years.
65
yeah,
would be
9 years.
Yeah.
Sorry. Brain fart. I'm grieving.
11, 10, 9.
I'm grieving.
Oh my God.
Mathing is grieving.
Mathing and grieving don't go together.
Exactly. Math is grieving.
Oh my God. But yeah, so anyway, I think she's seeing the flags. Like they're in their 80s.
Being senile or memory and stuff, or
oh, they've always been that way.
they just got a bad memory.
Especially my second child. The second she has always been absent-minded. Let's just say that. But anyway, so that was all I was going to say. Oh, those two restaurants, that was all I was going to say. Anyway, thank you for listening. You can find us on YouTube at Nosey with Good Intentions.
Sorry to keep y'all for an hour and 45 minutes.
Or TikTok.
50 minutes.
Nosey with Good Intentions.
No, TikTok is, Nosey
Snapchat, Nosey Podcast,
yes,
or whatever you have Michael saved in your phone as.
Pulsar
What'd you say?
None.
Pasana.
Pulsar
Pan.
Exactly. Yeah, he all sensitive. I hate grandmama.
No. That's I mean.
It's a couple weeks ago.
Well, now.
Not even today, it's 3 weeks ago.
Is it? Was there a week in between? Anyway, we'll talk about it off camera.
Okay.
So, look. You're not. You're looking
October 11th. She died October 11th.
So it's not been a month yet.
No, it's been roughly. Damn, it's only like
We're in the 3rd week.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I'm allowed to be sensitive. Fuck y'all.
Yeah. Sensitiva.
Yes. Queen, king, sensitiva.
Twitter/X.
That's so stupid.
Nosey Good.
We're going to Google why the fuck they changed it after this.
I think he did like a whole announcement and everything.
I know, but
and
why?
people were like, this is dumb.
I wonder why.
Even after his announcement. They were like, that's still dumb.
It is.
X. Well, and it didn't change anything.
It's literally the same thing. It's just a different icon for the fucking, the app. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, the bird was fine.
Yeah. And it was more familiar. Brand awareness.
And people were like, if you tweet, what do you X?
Exactly.
Anyway.
I don't own shit, so, you know.
The conundrums of life.
Yes. Facts of life? I think that's the more you know. Oh, my bad. Thank you for listening to it. See you next time.